So, what you need to know about TikTok? Uh, TikTok right now is the first global social entertainment platform in the world. You can use TikTok everywhere in the world right now, except in India, Pakistan, some country in China ban TikTok right now. TikTok was founded in China in 2016 by Biden's group. Uh, Biden's group is a big firm in China right now. They have a lot of app. They have Flipagram. They have Douyin. Douyin is a Chinese version of TikTok. In the beginning, it was an immediate success, and they have similar future as TikTok. So it's really interesting to keep an eye and see what is going on doing in the future with TikTok evolution. TikTok is as well a pop culture lab, a factory, let's say a factory, because they combine a formula which is really strong for the new generation. You can find virality, you can find creativity, took authenticity and the originality of the content. What is really important to have in mind is the strong purpose that each creators have on his account. Let's talk about some metrics and some few numbers that you can find on TikTok. In general, TikTok is really used and powerful in the Asia continent. Like you can see, 63% of user came from Asia, and also in Europe and Middle East and Africa, you have a small part of user who develop their audience, their content on TikTok, which is really interesting and to see how it's going by the time. TikTok right now is most of the time used by an audience which is under 34 years old. Lot of users have, let's say, 12, between 18, most of the time 20, 24, but it's not really a whole platform. 50% of the audience are under 34 years old. And like you can see, most of the time they use Android phones, not iPhone phones. Why? Good question, because the audience who use TikTok uh, don't really count about the quality of their mobile. And most of the time, the global audience who live in Asia or Pacific or Middle East and Africa, they don't use iPhone, they use Android phones. So that means they use this aspect for create their content on TikTok. TikTok right now is the only top five social media platform was not owned by Facebook, is not on the pipeline for the next, but let's see what happened for the next year and how they're going to develop their own global ecosystem. TikTok is global coverage east and west of the world, so you can have 100% of coverage for your reach. It depends on where you live and where you create your content, because the algorithm can calculate where your VPN is based and where you are located. 67% of the TikTok user were women, and the rest of them are men, which is interesting to see what is the equality of the user of the platform in general. TikTok is really focused on freedom and originality of content. They create different departments per community. You have Latinx at TikTok community, you have Black creators at TikTok community, you have LGBTQE plus community at TikTok. So the brand keep attention for each community and help them to grow their audience and develop really powerful content on the app. 48 minutes is the time spent by the majority of the user on the app in general. So right now, TikTok is the app who spend a lot of time for people. So that means people are on TikTok every day, let's say every hour, more than YouTube. I saw one report who say that YouTube right now is the second platform in the US because TikTok is the first who keep the engagement and the reach for the audience in the US. TikTok just turned 1 billion users on the app, which is really interesting to know how Instagram gonna develop her audience and her purposeful structure, because right now TikTok has the same total of user as Instagram, and it's interesting to see how they're going to take care of their audience. There are different community in the world, and how they're going to continue to build their efforts to develop different future, let's say for the social listening, for the live streaming, and as well for the content creation for different creators and brands. TikTok was the most downloaded free app in 2021 on app stores, more than Instagram, more than Snapchat, Facebook, and WhatsApp, which is not included in this classroom. But the thing is that right now everybody have the app on the smartphone, even if don't use to create content or to create an account to post some video. TikTok have a strong position right now on the different charts on the App Store and different store. TikTok for creators, what you need to have in mind is the TikTok for creators is built for the interaction. Most of the time, the creators, they launch their own channel on TikTok to have a really close relation with their audience on TikTok. And the audience love when the creator is really close to them, who answer to the question, who post some video with the answer of the question, who create a really strong relation. So the interaction is really important for the creators and the audience as well. Okay. One example, this creator is Curtis Roach. So he launched his account last year during the pandemic. He created a challenge which called Bored in the House. So the hashtag was viewed by more than 5 billion people on the app. And after that, he created a video clip to promote the song on everywhere on the platform, on Spotify, on different streaming platform to be more viral and so 3 aspects that you need to have in mind when it comes to TikTok for creators is the engagement with the audience, to be more viral or develop your audience on everywhere on different accounts on social platform. So after this challenge, it was 60% reach for Curtis Roche on every social account, which is very strong for somebody who doesn't have social media presence before. And the thing is that TikTok has created a really strong opportunity for creator. And right now, labels are recruiting a lot of creators to promote music for different artists. So it's a strong relation with them. Label promotes artists to have a global audience and a global reach on the streaming apps. And right now they decide to grow the audience of the artists with the help and support of the different creators. So I think that TikTok redefine a new ecosystem for creators and artist music. TikTok for brands is a really strong aspect of the app because right now most of the brand they have the possibility to create their own channel and to accept to work with some creators with a platform which is called TikTok Marketplace. So the brand can choose which creator is relevant with the audience of the brand to promote their products or services. It depends of the tone of voice and the channel of the creators, but most of the time is to create a conversation with the audience. One example here is with Health Cosmetic. It's a American brand who create a challenge we call Eye Lips Face. It was the first organic trend on TikTok. They decide to launch a sound strategy for the global touch point of the brand. And after that, they decide to create a video clip at the request of the community because the trend was very popular and the community of the brand decides to reproduce the channel on the TikTok and it creates a massive attention for the brand. After the video clip creation, they decide to put the title on Spotify, and it was the four most played tube on global viral Spotify playlists. Global viral, it's a strong and powerful playlist on Spotify, and most of the time when your sound is on this playlist, is that your sound make organic noise by creators, people, your audience, or your partners. So it depends of when your song came from. And for brands, TikTok is a crucial issue. So to be very close to their audience. And you need to have three characteristics, which is important to have in mind is the reach that you can have with your content creation, the massive attention that you can have organically. You don't need to create advertising to have a massive attention on TikTok. And last but not least, I think it's the human centric approach that TikTok can offer for most of the brand in general. No, it doesn't matter if you are in a sport or food industry or if you are a B2B company, it depends of which kind of topic you want to develop and create on TikTok. And last point is TikTok for artists. TikTok for artists is a really great opportunity to discover a lot of artists who doesn't have in mind to create or launch their music or album on TikTok. I remember that Adele launched her last album last week, and she said that she don't want to put her music on TikTok because the audience who is on TikTok is not the audience that she's supposed to have and she's supposed to develop. And yesterday, I just saw a video on TikTok from her last EP, last album, going viral, and I think it's a bit different because when the artist doesn't want to go on TikTok, but TikTok comes to you, so it's really interesting to see how TikTok redefine and reorganized the structure for artists in the world. So I don't play the song. I don't know if I play the song. This case is CK. CK is a Nigerian artist. He doesn't TikTok account last year, I guess. So he just opened his account this year, and he launched his song, which called Love Quantity. So right now, this song is very, very popular, not only on TikTok but everywhere because after he played this song. The video was just viral on YouTube and is the most viewed video clip right now in the world on YouTube in the last 6 weeks. So currently, with one tube, you can be viral on TikTok, and you don't know where it came from, because it don't come from the artist. It just come by the audience and people who just want to create video with the song. And 3 points that you need to have for for this aspect, if you're an artist, for example, TikTok is a really strong career booster. It is true because a lot of artists just be discovered by TikTok, and before they doesn't have a presence on TikTok. TikTok create a streaming repetition, which is really crucial when you're an artist. Or today, Spotify play a big role for a career for an artist. We have a lot of example in the world. Drake is a big example. Lil Nas X is a big example. So I think for artists, they need to considerate their audience and their presence on TikTok. And the third point is the fan engagement. Right now, the audience wants to see the life and the creation for their artists, because TikTok can offer you a big exposure, and you need to be able to react after the exposure that you receive by your audience can make your tube viral or not. And of course, it helps you to promote the best of your career and your song. I just recently wrote my first book, which is called in French, Génération TikTok, a great opportunity for brand. So for those who speak French, you can find it on Amazon and everywhere. It depends on where you're based. Thank you so much. Just feel free to drop me a message, and you can add me on Instagram or LinkedIn if you have a question.